and you just keep pushing through. You keep your head down, and because at that point, you're probably thinking of a better life, right? You're thinking of more money, and you see a way for you to control that pin, right? You're like, holy shit, like I've always been paid over here, like the more hours I put in, the more money I can make. And finally, you've seen something to where the more I sell, the more I produce, the more I make. Now, what he's in that same fucking spot that broke him last time, right? That same spot. So boom, you're in that same spot. And there's a point here, like you're 30 years old, you're probably 31 years old right about this time, and there's a point here, at some point, you decide to take back your dreams, right? And so, but first, I'm sure there's more tribulation. So let's first go with more tribulation, and then go from there. So, boom, you're working that, you get out of the halfway house. What's that like? What, did you go back to the baby mama and the kids?
No. We never got back together.
Okay.
And then it was, child support hits. Well, now you're working a regular job. Now they got their 25%, their 25%. Then you got taxes. Then you got child support. I'm like, fuck. I was living better when I was in jail.
So you got no money.
So I'm like, I heard about the sales job. I'm like, well, shit, I can't do physical labor. My back's messed up. Let me try sales. Let me see if I'm any good at it. Took the shittiest sales job I could possibly imagine. I was selling HBO and Comcast and Charter and I mean, you name it. Like that's like some of the hardest sales out there. Is not necessarily hard to sell, but just hard to go in and do every day. It's terrible.
Okay.
But I was really good at it, and I was like, damn.
Well,
I have something here.
When you started, obviously they give you processes, they give you stuff to follow along at, and when you start, you're never good at anything when you start. But when you start, you're getting told no, you're overcoming objections, you're like, you're going through it even at that point, right? And you just keep pushing through. You keep your head down, and because at that point, you're probably thinking of a better life, right? You're thinking of more money, and you see a way for you to control that pin, right? You're like, holy shit. Like, I've always been paid over here, like, the more hours I put in, the more money I can make. And finally, you've seen something to where the more I sell, the more I produce, the more I make. Now, whether I produce that all in a day, or whether I produce that in 2 weeks, that's mine. I can do that, right? And so now you start to believe a little bit in yourself. You're starting to take back your dreams. You're starting to write with your own pen. Right? And how does that feel to you at that point?
It's starting to feel good. Like I have some hope. I'm like, all right, I can do this. And then I was like, I'm going to take the next step. Let me try to go for a better company. Luckily, federal doesn't show up on the background checks. So I got a better sales job. Worked my way up from there. Got a really good mentor there. Moved up to be a sales coach. And I'm like, damn. All this time that I was thinking, like, why did I survive, like, the 2 near-death experiences I had? This is it. Coaching. Helping people. And it was like this light bulb that just went off. And I'm like, I can do this.
Let's talk a minute. So you go from sales, right?
Yeah.
You go into a new company, and you meet this guy, right? You call him your mentor, right?
Yeah. Oh my
At the end
God.
of the day, he was somebody that taught you sales,
Yeah.
right? But he coached you. He walked you through it, right? Talk a little bit about that and what that did for your mindset, what that did for building your dreams and taking back the pin. What did that do for you?
It was the first time that I had somebody in my life that believed I was more than just a sales guy or just a regular employee. He's like, you're destined for more here. I'm gonna get you there. We're gonna work together. And I was blown away because I'm like, what is this guy talking about? I jump on the phone, pound the phone, I'm good. Like, this is what I do. And he's like, no. Here, read this book. Here, do this training exercise. Hey, go. And I never had anybody do that before. I'm like, this is crazy. I might be onto something here. Okay. And then I started moving up and started moving up the company chain. And I'm like, all right, now I I see a vision.
Okay. So you start taking back your dreams, right? At this point, you're like, I always love it. I always love it when you guys finally get it, right? It's like, we can work for others. We can go and build other people's dreams. We can spend hours doing that, and we can try to trick ourselves into thinking that we feel good about it. At the end of the day, when the light bulb moment happens in a lot of you, it's when you realize that you're building somebody else's dream. That you're realistically, unless you love what you're doing, unless you have impact in other people's lives in what you do, unless you can find that, then really you're just being sheep, led to slaughter, paid by the hour. And so, like, the second I see that light bulb moment go off for some of you to where, boom, you're sitting at a McDonald's, you land a $3,000 website bill, $1,500 a month, you've now just made more money in less than 30 days with some new tools that were given to you than you've ever made in a month. And that light bulb goes off that this is on your back. You own the pen. You control your dreams. Those dreams are yours to control, not somebody else's. Your time is yours, and it's valuable. When I see that light bulb go off, it like fucking stokes me, right? Like I live for that shit. And so, Shawn, you hit that light bulb moment. You hit that moment when you said, I got this. I understand it, right?
Yep.
And then your mentor at that time started talking to you a little bit about impact and different stuff going on. Yeah. And so not only were you working for yourself, you still held another job or whatever, but really it's for yourself. You make your hours. What you sell, you take in, you rake in, right? You were your own business owner at this point. And so that really gave you control of that pen, right? And then as we progressed, so that mentor did a lot for you. That shows you guys having a mentor is a great thing. As you guys seen, I'm sitting here on a live with you guys, and what do? Pick up my fucking phone because my mentor means the world to me, okay? My mentor means the world to me. This group means the world to me. The people we surround ourselves with, right? Like his mentor, other sales guys building them up, right? Those people are your energy. Those people are the process that you should trust. It's not just how to build a website. It's, hey, do I trust Nathan Crow? Hey, do I trust Stephanie? Hey, do I trust Demetrius Spates? Do I trust Paul Myers? Do I trust these guys to lead me in the right direction and to use their energy and what they know and what we've created this group to be to get me to that level as well? And that allows you to get out of that basic of not being able to see real high-level dreams, right? You're not living day-to-day anymore, and you're going, they did it, I can do it too. I trust the process, I'm going to go for it, right? And so you kind of hit that level, right? And we can keep going. Obviously, with this sales job, you end up working for quite a while with your mentor. Some stuff happened in the company, right?
Yeah.
So talk a little bit about the company and morals and what you guys kind of went through there.
So there was an issue at the company. It was going in a bad direction. He ended up getting let go. Well, the rest of the people in that company, they just weren't on the same mindset level. And here he is gone. Here I'm trying to like move up to the next level. Boom, brick wall. Here comes my past creeping in. They're not going to let me move up. And I had been the top coach with the top 3 sales teams for the company 3 straight years in a row, and I can't get an interview for a supervisor position. So now I'm like, here I am, at the top of my game here, and I can't move up. What do